Yeah, and just to let you know that my English is not the best, but I will try my best to sound understandable. Yeah.
Yes. We're good. Okay, so if you want to just start by like introducing yourself and telling us where you are.
Okay, I'm Beatrice and I come from Bulgaria. I'm a teacher in public school and I'm teaching third graders.
Nice.
Okay.
Next question. What is like your salary, your pay?
My salary is 100 leva. I'm not sure how much is that in USA dollars, but maybe I guess half of it, like $500, I guess. I don't know. Maybe you should check that out.
Yeah, 100 Bulgarian lev is $59. Gotcha. Okay, so that's that quick conversion. What kind of like, what's your living situation?
Can you ask some more questions so that I can understand a little bit more?
Where do you live? Like, do you have a house? Do you have an apartment?
I live in a small town, not in the capital of Bulgaria. So it's more like calm life and not so noisy around here, more houses and not so many flats or big, big counties. But also we have some kind of a best of both worlds, which means that we have our industry and it works good, but if you don't prefer the noisy part of the big city, this is your town. I live in an apartment. We have 3 rooms and I live with my mother because I'm single. And something that is very common here in Bulgaria is that if you don't have family, it's pretty normal to live with your parents. I mean, if you don't want to go somewhere and live alone, it's something normal, which I heard that if you live in USA, it's pretty normal to live alone.
Yes. Yeah, most of the time once like we teenagers turn 18, if they don't go like off to college somewhere, they usually move out from their parents and get a place by themselves. So that's an interesting difference. Okay, so Brooklyn, do you want to ask the next set?
Yes, so the next questions are going to regard your working environment. And so first, what materials do you typically have in your classroom? Is it more like physical textbooks and pencils, or is it more technology based? Are the students using computers? What is it like?
Yeah, our classroom is pretty normal. Our school is in the center of the town, so I guess it's more like most of the people like it and support it here in the town. We have 2 floors in our school and maybe 500 students as a whole. I prefer to use a lot of books and materials which students can work on them, to write down what I said, to just see it, touch it, and work with it, to just draw something like a drawing, or just feel the knowledge not only with their minds but also with their senses. But also I realize that we live in very modern world, so I use multimedia to present my lessons, a lot of pictures, music, and stuff like that. So I can say that we use both materials that we can touch and also a lot of technologies. And whenever something that it's really interesting, I thought that it would be more interesting for the kids to work more with the multimedia, with the pictures on the board and stuff like that. But sometimes they share that they want to work with the books, with the student books, to write down. And whenever I don't use the multimedia and the whiteboard, I'm more around them, just encourage them or being present to them. Maybe that's the thing that they like. So whenever I feel that they prefer the one kind, I go with the flow. Whenever I think that the lesson is more convenient to be presented via multimedia and presentation, I use it.
Okay. And so you kind of already explained it a little bit, but regarding your classroom, so do the students typically sit in desk, and do you have your own room, or are you sharing a room with another teacher? What does your classroom kind of look like?
Mm-hmm. We have our own classroom and we change it every year. When we were first grade, we were on the second floor with our room, and we were the only ones there. And every year we move a little bit. So this year we are on the first floor. We are the only ones that use the classroom, which helps us because we can decorate it. We can be like sure that nobody is entering there. We can leave our stuff and just feel it like home.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, and I have my desk, and all the kids, 25 students, have their own desks. And also we have in the hall where all the students walk, small, I don't know the word, like wardrobes where they can put,
Like closets?
I have seen them on the American movies. Here is pretty new, but for you it's something normal. So yeah.
Okay, nice. And then also, what grade are you, oh, sorry. I mean, what subjects are you teaching currently? Or what subjects are typically taught in Bulgaria?
All of, mhm. As a teacher who is like the main teacher for the class, I teach all of the subjects except English, because we have special teacher for all of the children there. So he teaches only English, and I'm for the rest of the subjects, Bulgarian language, science, physical education, and all of the subjects.
Okay.
And that's pretty normal only for the teacher for first grade till fourth grade. Whenever you start to teach older students, you just teach one subject.
Okay, so you teach elementary, so like younger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then who is your supervisor? Do you have a principal, or is there some other type of name you call your boss or person who's in charge of the entire school?
We have a woman who is the, I don't know the word. I guess you said it already.
Principal?
Yeah. And it's a lady, it's a new one. Prior to become a principal, she was my colleague, but then she applied for this position because our older principal, she retired. She got retired, so she is the one now.
Awesome. Callie, do you want to go to
Yeah.
your question?
So about your students, I know like when I was there, we did a lot of walking, unless we like had a long way to go, then we would drive. But like, does everybody generally like walk to school? Do they drive? What's that situation like?
Mm-hmm. It's so like 50-50, but I guess more of them, they get to the school by car, because it's in the morning. We start at 7 o'clock, but they should be in the school 7:30, so it's pretty early. And I guess that the parents prefer to take the car so that they can use more time in the morning for the kids to get ready and to be calm and not to be to try to be quick to get ready for the day.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
there is something that I cannot explain or you cannot understand it, don't worry to ask me to explain it once again, because yeah.
Yeah, and I'll do
Feel
my
free.
best to figure out
Mm.
everything too. So when did your school year start and when does it end? Like month-wise.
It starts. It starts at 15th of September and it ends at the end of May.
Okay. And is that the same every year or does it change?
Yes, for all of the kids. And when you get older, like from 5th grade till up, you finish your school. You started 15th of September, but you finish your school in the end of June. So they study more.
Okay. So like what kind of ages do you teach in particular?
From 7th grade till 11th, or I should say from first graders till 4th graders.
And how old are your kids that you normally teach?
Now they're 3rd grade and I start to be their teacher at 1st grade and we are together 4 years. Then
4 years.
they go and have their different teachers for every subject. But these 4 years, I'm the only teacher. And also here we have, I teach the kids from 8 a.m. till 1 a.m. And then another teacher come and she do the homeworks with the kids.
Okay.
Which is normal, but if some parents don't like that, they can take their children in the end of 1 o'clock. But most of the parents, because they're busy and have work at that time, they leave the kids till 5 o'clock in the evening. So they
Okay.
have 2 teachers, all of the kids, but I'm the one who is leading the process.
Okay. So with like their schoolwork, it's nothing that like you send home with them. It's something that they can do while they're still in school.
Yeah, they do all of their homeworks at school because they finish at 5 o'clock. And if I give them more work at home, they would be tired. So yeah, they work at school and they leave all of their books except science and literature, the books for these subjects, because they need to look at the text once again to learn something when they're alone. But most of the things we do at school, and we have 2 kids from our kids who I am teaching. If they go home at 1 a.m., they will do their homework at home. But for the rest of the students, they will do it in school.
Okay. And then what's kind of like your typical diet with like, do the kids bring their lunch? Do you guys serve it at the school?
They have the option. We have something at school which is offered to them. We buy them every morning. We buy the ticket every morning, and whenever is lunch o'clock, they go there, show the ticket, and they give them food. But some of the kids don't like the food because it's healthy and they don't prefer that kind of food. And if the parents gave them that option, they choose to bring their own food. Oftentimes when I see the food, it's chips, some kind of chocolate and stuff like that. But they have the choice.
Okay.
So they have the choice for lunch for it to be either healthier foods like salads and stuff like that, or junk food if they bring it on their own.
Okay.
Awesome. And so the last set of questions is just regarding your educational background. And so what type of education did you earn to become a teacher in Bulgaria? Did you go to college? Did you get a college degree? Something like that?
I went to the university, studied 4 years there, and I get what it is called
degree.
Yeah, the degree. Yeah, and after that, I started to do my master degree at family counseling. So that helps a lot as a teacher. So only you need 4 years to be able to be a teacher.
And what did you get your degree in specifically? Your 4-year degree?
It was just for a teacher in school, like from 1st grade to 4th grade, and also English language. Even though now I don't teach the kids officially in school, if I get the opportunity, I am able to do that too.
Okay, and you said you went to school for 4 years to get your your 4-year degree. How long was your master's degree?
It was 1.5 years.
Okay. And you got your education at university. You said, is there a specific name of your university that you went to?
It's in the capital of the country. It's one of the best, I think, and I'm really grateful that I get the chance to go there. So its name is Saint Clement Ohridsky. Clement Ohridsky means is one of the names of the people who wrote books and gave a lot of the literature world.
And then my last question is, how did you get certified to become a teacher? So was it just getting the bachelor's degree, or did you have to do student teaching before you got your bachelor's degree? Were there any big tests that you had to take? Anything like that?
Throughout the years, I'm not sure if I get the question, but throughout the years, I had a lot of exams which I needed to take. And after the 4th year, I had 3 major exams. One was about my, it was checking my knowledge about how can I teach the kids, like the methods, the programs and stuff like that. Another was about English language. And the other one, the last one, was I had 3 months in public school as a student still. And I get the chance to work with a teacher who had their class, and I was able to teach the kids. And it was like I was their teacher, but it was just something practical, which I get the chance to learn. And then there was a lot of people there where they can observe my work with the kids. I prepared a lesson, and after that we had a discussion what was the right thing, what was something that I needed to still work. And yeah, these 3 major exams.
Okay, awesome. I think that is all the questions we needed to ask today.
Yes. Other than that, so thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
How do you say like goodbye in Bulgarian? Because I don't remember.
The long one is довиждане. Довиждане or довиждане. Довиждане. And
okay.
Yes, and the short one is ciao.
Ciao. Okay.
Ciao.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it was such a joy to be with you. Thank you for your questions. Yes. And yeah, I wish you good luck with your work and your project. And whenever you feel that you want to have more like another conversation or some more information, feel free to get in touch with me.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing your information with us.
Oh, it was a pleasure.
Okay. Well, good to talk to you again. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.